In Northwest Coast Native culture, nothing is compartmentalized. Nothing is separate from another. Everything is tied together. Stories, song, dance, art forms, it's all about the same things, which is my ancestors' traditional native values. And that's what I stand up for, and that's the whole basis of my teaching. The mediums that I work in are still in the process of growing because I started out drawing, taught myself design work, how to paint the designs, flat relief carving, how to do sculpture, masks, bowls, totem poles, how to design regalia and jewelry. Music is another one. I've been a dance group leader for a brief period of time. My background, compared to a lot of artists, a bit unconventional. My mother took me to see a performance of a traditional dance group when I was 10, and that's all it took. From that point on, I had to learn, practice, draw, paint, until I'm at the place I'm at now. I flew the nest, so to speak, right after high school. And in my travels around the United States, I interacted with a lot of different tribes, California, New Mexico, Arizona. Well, a lot of them became my teachers. I learned a lot of things, not just within my own style, but their tribal traditions, their culture, even how to do their art forms. Instead of having a master-apprentice relationship, I've taught myself with the help of other Native artists. That's a bit unconventional, but it has worked for me. Yeah, I also joined a very traditional dance group whose name is Hutsidiquan up in Angoon, which is a traditional village. Almost the entire village speaks the language fluently. They hold on to really ancient memory and cultural details. And so I was really honored to be invited to become part of their group and be what is called Wushkitan Yechkuti. Wushkitan is the clan that I identify myself with, and the shark is the crest of that clan. Yechkuti means spirit headdress. Whenever I perform the spirit headdress dance with that group, a blanket is held by two people without a design on it, just a solid blanket. And only the headdress is seen behind the blanket, indicating that it's the headdress that is important, not the person wearing it.
Being in the Swiftwater Gallery, what do you enjoy being in a public gallery like this with the public coming in and looking at it and enjoying your art and understanding more about the culture?
Well, yeah, it's the conversations that are started is useful in so many ways. I get all kinds of ideas from conversations. Somebody will say something and set me into thinking about a different way to teach or whatever. Don't have to be a cultural educator to want to clarify that it's not only Eskimos that live in Alaska. There are 7 different tribal nations within the state of Alaska, and most people are simply not aware of that, which maybe that's a sad statement about our educational system over the past years, that people just are not aware of very much at all about Alaska. What I plan to do, which again is out of the box thinking for an instructor / teacher, is to collaborate with a student. Let's say a woman that has sewing skills. Does she want to earn money from her skill by collaborating with somebody who's good at designing? And next thing you know, there's a empty niche small business startup idea. I've never heard of, number one, in the Seattle area, there are many Native artists, but they follow the usual, typical style of teaching. The weekend workshop is really common, which means you usually pay a fee, you pay the artist to do a weekend workshop and create, and when it's done, maybe this person who pays for that workshop has something to take home, but didn't really learn anything. When you charge $350 for a weekend workshop, that's going to exclude a lot of people and a lot of native people. That's neither traditional value nor is it respectful. Again, I think it's really rare for a teaching artist to offer collaboration where the student actually can benefit way beyond just a weekend workshop. And again, another thing that separates me, I think, from other artists, I'm going to really focus on where this art came from, which is traditional native values. And I touched on this a little bit in the gallery. Respect for nature, respect for elders, how you talk about other people and yourself and your clan, your tribe. And those are really important to talk about, especially nature, because look at what we're doing to the planet right now. That's very different than native philosophy. I'm going to be finding different ways to talk about that and doing it constantly, because you can't have enough, in my opinion. Talk about being in balance with nature.